You like ghost stories? Well, this right here is better than any ghost story you have ever heard. My name is Lucy, and I go by Heavenly Connections. Believe it or not, I am a Christian psychic medium. And in August of 2022, unfortunately, my mother passed away, knowing that after she did, she could make her way to me. She gave me many messages, appeared to me, and then began to surf social media to any spirit led medium, giving the same message, all starting 2 months after her passing. She was telling me that my daddy's heart was about to stop, and him being stubborn, hard headed, I waited quite a while. And fortunately, my daddy is still here, but we were so fascinated by it that we told people I had a dream, because I do have prophetic dreams as well as visitation dreams. So stick around. You'll be amazed too, as my husband and my daddy and I sit down and talk about how my mother, after she passed, saved his life.
All life is so uncertain. So you don't ever know if you're gonna make it to the morning.
2022, Mama was in ICU. That's the last time before we brought her home on hospice.
You know, that was June 29th.
It was
anniversary of July, and she died in the middle of August, so I had about 6 weeks at the house.
And I was thinking, and I always say 3 months of hell, and I just assume, like in my mind, it's 3 months of hospice. But it wasn't, was it?
No, it seemed like a
It seemed like 3 months. Yeah, it was the first time that I was told that something was wrong with your heart. And I wasn't gonna,
I don't remember that.
No, I never told you.
I didn't have no heart trouble.
I never told
a
you.
year after she died.
I never told you. So
I always thought the only thing wrong with me was I was a broken heart. I was having going through hell for longer than 3 months.
right. So I talked to Mama and Grandpa Merritt when Mama was in ICU from the other side, and they told me they were waiting on her. Hospice says.
Y'all talking about all that.
It was mentioned, but yeah.
When I told
After she passed, and there's a lot of things I want to, because you remember a lot of things that happened while she was on hospice, because she never lost her mind.
No.
She never forgot. She had a hard time, saying words, but
she had a good mind up to she died Sunday night, and it was Saturday morning that she told me goodbye and told us to take care of her baby, which we know is Georgia.
Really?
And then she quit talking. She didn't quit living, but she quit talking, and she started having them hard breathers all that day and that night, and all day Sunday. But
and Sunday night.
Sunday night when she passed away at about 9 o'clock. Or down to, I guess, 9:30. But
Well, that night, I left.
you went home for
I'd come here and take a bath real quick like I did every night, and then I'd run back to say goodnight.
And she died while you was gone.
But that's the night that I walked in here and I sat down. I never sat down. But she'd come to me the night before. Wow, she was on the hospice bed. She come to me, told me bye. And for some reason, she didn't want to go with me there. I remember Robbie and I were sitting there, and do you remember the night she technically passed away for a few minutes? And then we got her back. It was August 18th. But I realized that night that the next day was the 19th. 19th the day my children died. You remember now?
I remember that. Yeah, I remember
So we stayed there all day, and
that.
I said, Mama.
Yeah.
Robbie said on one side, I said on the other. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Because I said, I never stopped talking to her. Like, I always talked to her. And I said, damn it, Mama, I figured it out. You're not gonna leave here in front of me. So anyway, I told Robbie that night, she come to me in a dream, or that night before, she come to me in a dream and told me about it. So I knew to sit down. I knew she wasn't gonna leave, because she told me. But after she passed away, about 2 months after, so she sober, I started making friends that are like me. And friends that are like me that are in other states that, it's normal. You know what I mean? Like, it's normal to be me in other places. Not the Bible Belt, not the South.
Well, Pauline used to say, I don't know, her family or Shirley's family, they had somebody that was
Both.
whatever you call it.
What do you call it?
I don't know.
What do you call me, Dad? What do you call me now?
I don't know. I don't know what to call. I don't know. I don't know how to word it. Don't know. They come to you in dreams, or I dreamed of Mama the other night.
Oh, they walk up to me. It's one of the.
It was a dream, but I can't remember what it was about. But she was with me, and we done something together.
Well, this day.
I don't dream of her very often, but I do every once in a while.
And one time in particular, the last time, every couple weeks, so I would get a message, and someone would say, a friend of mine would say, it'd be Mama, because I wouldn't listen. I thought I was crazy. I've always seen them, they just never talk back to me. You do know that, though. Like, I've always seen things that other people can't see.
But yeah, I've heard you say stuff that,
Since I was little, young.
Just like when you old day that time, you die and come back. I believe that, because I've had other people that done that. And I remember when I was a kid, I went to floating up, and Mama went to pray, and he brought me back down. I remember that. I won't ever forget.
And you floated over your body.
Yeah.
What did you see?
Out of my body.
While we're talking about it, what did you see?
I didn't see nothing. I was floating up in the sky, and Mama had me in my lap.
So you were looking down.
And I was looking down at Mama holding me, and then her praying, and I went back, got back in my body. And that's what you call out of your body experience.
Yeah.
And I had it, But I was a little boy,
Didn't think nothing of it
6,
after
7
that.
years old, high fever,
Right.
I didn't know nothing about that,
No, you said Pauline said that they were people like me
Yeah,
in the family.
yeah. Parnell told me that. Well,
Well, Mama, that's Parnell. Charles, after he died.
Yeah.
And Martha didn't see him but heard him. And Mama was asleep in the bed. And many stories. Mama had them. Did she ever tell you about them?
No, but
Like his boots and lunchbox would be sitting there after she put it up. And he had obviously been sleeping in the bed and things like that.
I've heard a lot of stuff about other people after they died and all,
But with you, it's
never.
fascinating because do you remember what happened when I come to your house that day to tell you?
Tell me which one.
About what Mama's message, about your heart.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That you said that I need to go let them die, Your Mama told you that I needed to go to the hospital or doctor or whatever you want to call it. You said that I need to go let them die, Your mama told you that I needed to go to the hospital or doctor or whatever you want to call it. But
I'd never seen you look at me so fast.
well, I really didn't think there was wrong with me. You know, and at that time,
Thought I was crazy.
life
I just
ain't that
lost my
important.
mama.
You know.
At that time, though, the first year, we're all lost. So
Yeah, I lost it again. I'm gone. You know.
I told you that, and you looked at me. Did you believe me right then, or did you think I just lost my mom? I was grieving too hard.
I can't say I didn't believe you, but I also had, doubt.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. It's okay. No, it's completely fine. But what what changed that? 5 days later, something happened. After telling you about Mama's message, about your heart.
Oh.
5 days later.
I had that fail.
Was that what it's called?
That's what I call it. I couldn't breathe.
Your other children, I don't know the details. All I know is they text me because they knew I could do something with you, and all they said is, Daddy was having chest pains.
Well, I didn't have chest pains. I had breathing. I couldn't breathe.
I didn't know that either.
See, when I was getting them tomatoes, I had worked that day before, me and Dale, tearing that chimney down. And, Dale was working with me. And we tore it down, cleaned the bricks, stacked them all up, and I done pretty good. And it was 110 in the shade. And Benny said, well, let me get my track in here and blow a bunch of rock down there for a footing. He said, I'm going to tear all that out and build a concrete footing before it be permanent. I said, where are you doing that? Then I'll go to the house and work in the garden. And so I went on home. The next day I got out there and dang, I couldn't breathe. I had to sit down, boy. I just couldn't breathe.
About that.
I had that bucket full, and I almost left them in the garden. Matter of fact, I sat there and thought about it. I thought for a little while, and I said, I gotta get in the house. It's too hot out here. And instead of leaving them back there, I told them on up there and set them in the shade. Then I went in there and sat on that couch, and I know it 30, 45 minutes before I could even breathe. And I can't breathe. And I got to doing pretty good. You come in, and that's
so it didn't cross your mind, not one time.
Not one time.
What I told you.
Never crossed my mind. I was still trying to breathe. I wasn't worried about nothing. Didn't give up and died,
At that time.
Yeah, hell, that's what I told him. I said,
but you told me that day. Well, if it's true, be with her.
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
So that was 5 days after I told you. Your son called your other daughter, and had your other daughter text me that you were having chest pains. Now, why for fun, why did they do that? Why did they?
I think one of them said something like, you don't want to make me do anything. But they don't want to give me no orders. And you don't mind giving them. That's the way I look at it.
Well, that day, it was more than my personality. It was the fact what my mama had told many friends and then told me. So that day you were sitting in the garden on the back of your trailer. Just come across the yard as fast as I could. And you sat down on your trailer.
No.
And said, I wish I wouldn't have said nothing. You remember that?
No.
But you do remember me telling you.
Well, I remember you telling me that she told me that about to get to the doctor.
So that day, you had a choice. I told you, you're going to the hospital, and you argued, we fought, whatever. But you did make a deal with me to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
I said hospital or doctor, and it's right now.
Yeah, I said, well, I'll go to the doctor. But yeah, I remember that part.
So when it was all over and we ended up having a heart cath and your heart was 90%.
95.
95%.
Two of them was.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember nothing. When the doctor, why didn't you shave my face? He said, I didn't need your face.
Right. I remember that. But what I'm interviewing you about is we went to the doctor and I kept telling you, she told us.
Yeah, you told me that several times. That she told you there's something wrong with me.
And what was you thinking?
You all a bunch of
Can
bull.
you try to tell me?
I just thought you a bunch of bull.
But now but then once the heart cath happened, what happened?
I don't remember.
Once you found out for sure that your heart you were living on 10% of a working heart.
For a few days down there, I began to think it might be something wrong with me, but no. But every time I'd get up and try to do something, I'd get hard to breathe, so I'd sit back down.
So I spent the night with you 2 nights before your surgery.
I'm trying to remember.
I did, because you, I
don't remember who took me to the hospital. You
probably took me, and it was one of them. We were there at the same time, but you didn't ride with us.
Well,
I wanted to stay with you the night before your surgery, but with the situation, it was bad enough, so I stayed with you 2 nights before, and you had a party going on in the kitchen.
Did I?
Yeah. You remember when I was a little girl and we had these beautiful big reunions every Christmas?
Oh yeah, we used to have get-togethers.
And before we even walked into the building, it was like there was so many people just talking. You could hear everybody in the parking lot, on in the kitchen, and I kept having to get up and run in the kitchen, and they disappeared. But then I finally saw somebody, and Grandma were with you.
But
I want to know what you remember about your surgery.
I don't remember nothing.
But when you woke up,
I don't remember none of that stuff. Talking y'all done about, I don't remember none of it.
That's crazy. So we could only have 1 or 2 people in your room. Before that, I went in first and I kissed your head, and it was hard seeing you like that, of course. I had to hold your hands down, and you were, yeah, that was hard. I went to hollering thing out of your throat, and
I don't remember none of that.
What do? Woke up the next day. Robbie went in by himself to see you
about coming out of surgery and everything that happened. It was like he had a dream going into surgery and then coming out and everything they did and.
See, I don't remember none of it.
You told him alone, and then that afternoon.
You told me all about what happened. You remembered it like you was awake almost.
Well, I done that on my eye surgery.
Yeah.
I remember. This was different because
I remember the eye surgery when I done that.
That afternoon, I was scared to death to tell Robbie what I saw while you were in surgery. So I started telling him, and he made me stop.
But you was out. I mean, the part you was talking about, you was out. I mean,
I don't remember none of that.
Yeah, there's no way you woke up during the heart surgery.
I don't know either, but I don't remember nothing.
Every now and then I've told you over the last couple of years that you made a decision to stay here. I heard that while you were in surgery in front of me.
Well, I did tell her.
As in you...
I was in surgery when all that goes. I don't remember none of it.
You come off the elevator and I saw you and Mama and several other people, and you decided to stay. And he didn't know nothing about it. And you told him all about that you remembered. What I'm saying is you told him that you had a dream that was identical to what I saw.
It was actually within 30 minutes of him waking up, because when they tried to restrain him and all that, I wasn't in there. And then they got him restrained. I guess he went back to sleep a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then when he come up, he was up and happy. Yeah. And like 30 minutes. And that's when I seen you. You wasn't up, but maybe 20 minutes. But you was, you was clear as a bell. Everything was clear as a bell.
That's what I remember.
How do you feel about it? How does it make you feel?
Well, I don't know how to feel about it. I know that at times I'm blessed, and at times I wish I was with her.
But at the same time, either way.
But I don't want to leave the rest of my family either.
She loves you so much.
As long as they need me.
Either way, no matter how you look at it, she loves you so much, she saved your life. Well, that's another thing. You come up here, you told me that you actually heard her call your name.
I have in the past, sure have. She called me by my name, and I'd wake up, look around, wasn't nobody nowhere, and I said, hell, I was dreaming. But I could hear it plain as
One
day.
time you said you thought she was here to get you. But that's what it sounds
Well,
like. 'Cause
yeah.
That's. But you can't hear. Just like the day you do remember the day I was sitting there with Georgie. You didn't hear her, but I know you have to remember me and Georgie
Yeah,
running.
I remember y'all looking around all, but I do that.
You heard her one time run up the stairs. I mean,
Yeah.
but what about
You'd
the
be
vacuum
surprised
cleaner?
the time I get a glimpse.
Do you?
Yeah, I get a glimpse of some movement, and I look.
Well, that's her.
I'd hear that.
You ain't told me that.
Well, I have, but
No, not that part you haven't. I keep
I
up
haven't
with it all.
told you. But a lot of times I go look and try to see what that movement is, you know.
That's her.
But
Keep an eye on you.
I was laying in bed, but I wasn't asleep yet. And then it's like that moment right before you fall asleep kind of thing. But I seen her standing right here, like I was standing right there, and I seen her right there behind the chair. Yeah.
Her LSU blanket.
Yeah,
that
with
she
a blanket
uses
around
here.
her, and
It's Dale's. But
that was
she-
it. And then
She walked to Dale's room, didn't she?
up in that fireplace, you just her standing there. You know, and she was looking at me, she was looking off right.
But then I come, then I was like, that's not a dream. I mean, that wasn't a dream because I wasn't asleep, and I know I wasn't asleep. But why did I just do that kind of thing? Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. Yeah.
Well, when she was trying to save your life, I was backing up and I turned on my interior light, and she was sitting in my back seat and looking at me mad because I hadn't told you yet. So not a mad, just the way she looked at me, stern.
Disappointed.
Yeah, because she knew that I could see. She knew I was different, but at the time she didn't understand that I was still hurting so bad. But I told you. And you're
Yeah, I
here.
remember you told
And
me.
you're alive.
Yeah,
And you're here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still here right now.
So you still don't know what to say about it.
No, I don't. One day at a time. Well, Lord wants me here, I'm here. If I ain't, I'm going.
Well, I mean, it was his, like, the fact that you chose to stay, I don't know what that's about. God is, it's all him. But he sent her to give you that? Because I'm not God.
Well, I won't be as long as I'm some help. That's like Wanda. I knew for months that she wasn't going to be here. And I begged, please, fight this. And when she told me, but I'm so tired. I said, well, it made me realize that living was more powerful than dying.
Right.
So her kept living was hurting her and helping me. And I said, I wouldn't die for her. That's just the way I've always felt. If the Lord give me the opportunity to swap with her, I'd swap in a heartbeat.
Right.
I would have hesitated. I couldn't understand why.
That shows you, though.
I just
How
couldn't
much she
understand
loves
why. Didn't give her nowhere near as much as I wanted to because I couldn't afford it.
She knows all that. How do you feel about me being able to do this for other people?
If people is getting good at it, it's a good thing. You help people. I always believe in helping anybody you can, as long as they're helping themselves. And you helping them, that's good. That's good.
I need to hear that.
That's why you got to do. You got to help people. That's why God put us here.